For generations, we've treated memory loss and mental decline as an unlucky roll of the genetic dice, a decline we simply wait for as we age. But the 2024 Lancet Commission report on dementia prevention provided a major breakthrough in how neurological science views the aging process. This data maps out total global dementia cases, and the takeaway is striking. 45% of those cases are actually preventable through specific interventions. That 45% is tied to 14 specific factors that you can influence directly over the course of your life. While the list includes things like hypertension and physical inactivity, one of the most impactful and frequently overlooked risks is untreated hearing loss. We can treat cognitive longevity as a trajectory we actively influence, starting with the health of our ears today. It's easy to dismiss mild hearing loss as a minor inconvenience, something to be dealt with only when you struggle to hear the television. However, your brain has a direct biological dependency on your ear's performance, a relationship known as cognitive load. When hearing degrades, the ear sends garbled, incomplete auditory signals up the neural chain for the brain to translate. This diagram shows the cost of those signals. To decipher the noise, your brain is forced to divert processing power away from concentration and working memory. This state of auditory deprivation causes the neural pathways responsible for sound to weaken, and in some cases, the brain's gray matter physically shrinks from the lack of stimulation. The resulting mental fatigue makes it difficult to follow conversations, which often leads people to withdraw from noisy or complex social environments. This cycle of untreated hearing loss isolates you socially, while starving your brain of the stimulation required to maintain healthy neural connections. Recent studies have identified 6 specific lifestyle habits that form a blueprint for slowing memory decline. The first 2 habits involve metabolic health, following a plant-based or Mediterranean diet to lower neural inflammation, and performing regular exercise like Zone 2 cardio to improve cerebral blood flow. Habits 5 and 6 focus on protecting the brain's vascular health and volume by avoiding smoking and strictly limiting alcohol. Habits 3 and 4 are dedicated to building neural reserves through active social contact and consistent cognitive activity. These habits depend on meaningful interaction. If you cannot decipher a conversation or process group dynamics, your brain misses the very engagement that builds those vital neural reserves. This makes hearing health the foundation of a preventative lifestyle. Clear hearing provides the stream of data that keeps your brain functioning at its peak. We are moving toward Medicine 3.0, a shift from reacting to damage after it occurs toward proactive, holistic prevention to maintain cognitive health. Victory Hearing and Wellness applies this approach by treating hearing care as a foundational component of your overall brain health. Effective preservation requires rebuilding the brain's ability to process complex auditory environments, which goes beyond simply amplifying sound with a hearing aid. To address this challenge, Victory Hearing developed an innovative auditory rehabilitation system, the Victory Music Program. Unlike standard speech exercises that activate localized pathways, music training engages multiple brain regions simultaneously. This helps retrain the brain to distinguish speech and background noise more effectively. Because both hearing loss and cognitive decline happen gradually, our brains often adapt to a new normal without us noticing the underlying damage. A baseline hearing and cognitive assessment is the only reliable way to identify auditory deprivation before irreversible decline begins. You have the power to protect your mind. Take control of your cognitive longevity by scheduling a baseline screening at Victory Hearing today.